Hey everyone, and welcome back or welcome to the channel. Behind me is the all-new 2026 Volkswagen Tiguan R-Line Turbo. A very exciting crossover for Volkswagen. On paper, it looks like a better choice over an Audi Q5. However, I have some bad news because there's one feature that's missing on this crossover that a lot of reviewers have in their vehicles that we don't get here for production models for the Tiguan R-Line Turbo, and I have confirmation from Volkswagen USA. So let's talk about this in today's quick video. So as we take a look at the exterior, this is the same R-Line Turbo that you all know and love from the press releases, also from the journalists that have been reviewing this crossover as of late. You got the LED headlights, the LED daytime running lights, the illuminated emblem, the aggressive front grille. Looks so nice. Very good looking crossover. The 20-inch alloy wheels. Now on our model we have a black exterior, so the gloss black wheel arches are not going to be found here. They're not going to be prominent. You're also going to have the turn signal indicators and blind spot detection. And lastly, for the rear fascia, you have the LED taillights and the illuminated badge. Love it. The exterior, Volkswagen did a phenomenal job on this crossover. But if you're like me, they may have just lost me as a potential buyer. So, you have the leather trim seats. We have Gregorio with black. They're heated, ventilated, and massaging. We still have the massaging seat functionality. And the driver's side has 3-position memory. But it's the steering wheel. What do you notice about this steering wheel? What is missing here? That is right, no paddle shifters. Just like you, I went to my local Volkswagen dealer. One of the dealerships around here got one of the first allocations in sandstone gray. Beautiful spec. Had the Gregorio interior with the black leather. Almost ideal, right? The R-Line Turbo, without any options, without any packages that Volkswagen's offering, great crossover to come in under $50,000. I get behind the wheel and I notice there's no paddle shifters. What's up with that? And I got the sticker because I was very close to buying one. And in fact, I was getting close to calling my insurance company. And I looked at the sticker one more time, and I noticed at the bottom there was a $100 credit for no paddle shifters. And that got me a little bit concerned. I thought, wait a minute, shouldn't this have paddle shifters with the 2-liter turbo? So I watched some reviews, and every single reviewer had the paddle shifters. So I started questioning, I started wondering, is this just an early production run thing? Well, I got my answer today. So here I am, taking a look at a Volkswagen Tiguan SEL R-Line Turbo, and this model doesn't have paddle shifters. And while I was here, I decided, why not reach out to Volkswagen USA myself and do some digging here? And I got my answer. Here's the response. Thank you for reaching out to us. Hear about the 2026 Tiguan R-Line Turbo. I am very sorry that yes, the paddle shifters are not a feature for the vehicle. It was before the vehicle was finalized, but it now is not a part of the listed features, and the credit has been added to the vehicles. Volkswagen has not made any announcements of it being added to the Tiguan later in the life of the model year at this time. That is right. That is right. So for the press release, there were paddle shifters, but not for the production model. Huge mistake. Huge, huge mistake. I was really in love with this thing. I really was. The paddle shifters are actually one thing I really wanted because it compares very well to other sporty crossovers. Not having the paddle shifters really cools me off on this vehicle. So I wanted to make this video very briefly, very quickly to get that out there because some of you are looking at buying this and you're going to find out there's no paddle shifters. So I'm making this video mostly for Volkswagen to watch this because you gotta add paddle shifters to this crossover. It is good. It is a great vehicle, but you need the paddle shifters. And I understand that you don't want to cross into Audi's territory with the Q5. I get all of that. But the paddle shifters would be really nice with this turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, 268 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. This 8-speed is begging for those paddles because it's a very smooth transmission. We need that feature, guys. Volkswagen, if you are watching this, for all the executives, add the paddle shifters. We need that for this model. That small feature is hurting this vehicle big time. Guys, thank you so much for watching this very quick video. If you liked it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys next time.